Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever Magazine, and I am here today with Juliet Sims and Andy Biersack. How are you guys?
Tired.
It's been a rough tour. Dead.
Zombies.
Oh wow. So things are gonna get like The Walking Dead really soon.
Ow.
Should I?
Damn it, babe.
What should I start running? Because this is getting very violent very quickly.
Mouth bleeding
Andy and I
already.
beat each other up.
It's a loving relationship, I see. Yeah.
Scary. I don't advise anyone else to get involved in our relationship.
No. It could go bad. But we're gonna start with some finished sentence for you guys. Now each of you can answer these. Now one thing fans might not know about you is,
My phone number?
well, hopefully nobody would know that because I think that would end badly as
It's
well.
weird. A lot of people don't know. I was born a poor black child in Chicago.
Wow. So how did you end up how you are today? How did that work?
It's honestly a long story. They made a movie about me starring Steve Martin.
A lot of bleach.
Wow. So that I definitely didn't know that about you. Now I do.
Yeah, if
That's
you've ever
incredible.
seen the movie The Jerk with Steve Martin, that's about the story of my life. Some people think it's a comedy. It's a really like serious documentary.
Based on a true story.
Have you ever seen my weird obsession?
I have.
That was
yes.
you know the one about the girl that bleaches her skin?
I have not
bathes in
seen
bleach?
that, but that sounds terrifying. That's him. Well, there's going to be a new episode about you coming very soon, I can tell. And
My
now,
whole life's an episode, honestly.
and now the craziest experience you've had with a fan is anything on this tour yet with Second and Serenade?
I'm with one, right?
Rude. This is pretty. It's an acoustic tour. Everybody's pretty tame and chill.
Right,
it's more
right.
like vibes and.
Someone asked you to play a song you already played, so that works
someone
out
asked
good.
me to play a song I already played. Someone also asked me to play a song I don't play.
I don't know. Honestly, I really am like the biggest fan of her. So I've literally just been here for the opportunity to watch her
You
play
were
every night,
talking
so-
about me.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in the crowd jamming. I saw that. So
Yeah, no,
you're guilty.
I'm literally I love her, but I also like genuinely love her music, and
Yeah.
we hated each other for a very long time. But
Really?
despite the hatred, before we started dating, we hated each other for a long time, and despite that,
Because we had preconceived misconceptions about each other.
Okay.
again,
Okay.
there's a lot of problems early,
I got you.
but I was always a big fan of her music, so that's one thing that's always, no matter what, no matter how big of a fight we get into that day.
So was it, because I know you met on Warp Tour, so was it like you went to see your set and then, ta-da?
Yeah, we'll go
Or-
with that. That's how we met.
Oh.
We met on Warp Tour. That's all you need
At
to know.
Tada Catering. You're welcome.
There you go.
Tada Catering.
And now, your favorite lyric you've ever written is there one in particular that you love?
I like this one.
Oh, there's one on his chest.
That's my lyric. Photograph each day so we can live forever.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I have his on my arm.
Oh, that's right.
She is Savior
Yes.
lyrics.
Savior lyrics, yeah.
Which is an awesome song.
Yes.
Thank you.
But that's so cool that you guys have each other's lyrics. That's
We have
awesome.
a lot of fun tattoos together.
Yeah.
Any others you'd like to share?
We have each other's names. I have mine on my shoulder.
We got the nicknames. I got
Nicknames,
Juliet
yeah.
there.
Yeah, how did
That's
that
my-
happen? The
that's my
white
handwriting.
rabbit dragonfly. How did that come about?
Well, okay, long story short, when I was a very little child, I really wanted, more than anything in the world, I wanted a white rabbit with
Aw.
blue eyes. I just wanted one so bad, and my parents, we had just moved to Florida, and they're like, can't get animals right now, we just moved here.
Okay.
And the very next day, I'm out in the front yard playing in the grass, and shit you not, a white bunny rabbit with blue eyes comes hopping up
That's the coolest
into the grass.
coincidence.
My parents had nothing to do with it. It was completely like me wanting something so bad that it just appeared. And so all throughout my life, I've kind of had this weird thing where if I want something bad enough, it happens. And I remember that summer, I was like, I just want to be in love so bad and just want true love so bad. And then I meet this like pale-skinned, blue-eyed angel, and I was like, that's my white rabbit.
And you approve of that description, I'm guessing.
Pale-skinned, blue-eyed angel. That was actually my AIM screen name. If you guys remember America Online. That
What
was,
is AIM? That's
yeah.
old.
I don't know. There probably a lot of these viewers don't remember that
Friendster.
shit. Yeah. No, I mean, and then we had the coincidence that we had with that was that dragonflies throughout the whole tour. Every time we'd hang out, we'd walk around and there would just be dragonflies everywhere, and they would fly to her. And like, I have photos that I took very early in our relationship of her just like holding out her hand, and then a dragonfly would fly in. So
It was
crazy.
so crazy.
so that's sort of how we developed our little nicknames for each other. And these tattoos are each other's handwriting.
That's his handwriting, that's my
wow.
handwriting.
Yeah, so this is she wrote it, and then I got it tattooed, and then same.
We were literally laying in our Motel 8 bedroom when we first moved to LA together, and we were just goofing around, and we wrote on each other, and we're like, let's go get this tattooed right
I
now.
should be clear, the reason that we were in Motel 8 was that I lived in the nastiest band house forever.
Okay.
So I lived in a situation where me and all the dudes in the band all kind of stayed at this place, and it was just disgusting and awful. And a lot of people have seen pictures of that old place with the
didn't
like
wanna
fuck
take- he didn't wanna
everybody
take
and
me
shit
there,
written on the
yeah.
wall. So we first got back from War Tour, we decided we want to move in together. And I think I walked her to it, and I was like, you got to be prepared for this. Like, and I opened the door, and she was just like, ah. And I was like, yeah, look, here's the thing. We're going to go get a hotel. Because I can't do this anymore. And since that place has now become a very nice apartment, I assume. But
I guess that's what happens when you have a bunch of guys living in one
yeah, you have to
house.
consider, like, this is before we really had, this was the growth of the band. This is before we really, made any money or anything. So we were kind of really slumming it, and particularly Jake and I lived together for a very long time just on no money, and we were just making ends meet and trying to get by. So we lived basically in our own filth.
Yeah, sounds very pleasant.
No.
Not at all. And now one more finished sentence. It's a fan question from Jessica, and she wants to know if you could work with anyone, who would it be?
If I could work with anybody alive,
Well, we could do either here.
I would say top 3 would be David Bowie, Dave Grohl, or
Dave Immerman.
and Dave the Thunder, or John Lennon. I mean, come on. If I'm really going to be
course.
honest here, yeah.
Everybody wants to work with that one.
Yeah.
I'm good. I got this.
No? Well, you guys worked together on Wretched and Divine.
Oh, and Andy
And that-
Biersack.
Yeah, that was a dream collaboration, I assume.
Of course.
I'm in my favorite band. Why would I want to work with anybody else? My
Well, that's
4
true.
favorite people that play
Make
music.
me feel like an asshole.
Honey, you're on the record. So like you're there. You're
True.
part of the world. You sang with us on stage. You are solidified in the world.
There you go.
There we go.
There we
Boom.
go.
You're in the Black Veil Brides community.
Thank you.
It's very true.
I'm glad to be a part of the community.
It is cool though. Like it genuinely, like not to like go on the subject too much, but to get to experience seeing one of my favorite singers play and having such obviously being so intimately close with her, and then being able to have her be on the record, and it's just like it's really cool for
Yeah.
me.
And in Legion of the Black.
Absolutely.
With a mask on, so
Oh, I
it was
loved
kind
it.
of hard
It
to
was so
tell.
much fun.
but
Yeah, it was fun.
There's a lot of people that don't understand what the face paint is a reference
I was
to.
about to ask it. You beat me to it.
I won't give away too much because there might be more stuff about that later. But I will
So there's
say
gonna be a sequel.
her character is meant to be sort of a conduit between the Eve Black world and the reality world, sort of a spirit that's between the two.
Oh, wow, that's a very interesting.
I'm the
thing.
in-between.
Okay, so there's going to be a sequel to Legion of the Black. Is that what you're kind of
say
saying? You kind
You're
of.
just trying
a
to get
little
everybody.
bit.
I saw Cece's. You're trying to get Cece to say the same thing.
It was worth the second
The
shot.
fucking record out like a week ago for all intents and purposes. Give us
Okay.
a minute. Can we have a minute? Can we just have a minute?
Okay, you get 60 seconds.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe the next time we do an interview, we'll have a whole nother chat.
And I'll interrogate you again.
Yeah.
Yes. And now, what's super cool is that you're a solo artist now. Juliet Sims is what you're going by, but you were kind of going as Automatic Love Letter before that. So what's going to happen with Automatic Love Letter now? Is that on hiatus?
It's
or
just on hiatus.
Okay.
It's not over by any
Okay.
means. Yeah. No, I went on the show as Juliet Sims, and it would. I was so successful on the show. I think that it would. The fan base that I got from the show, it would be like if I all of a sudden was going by Automatic Love Letter.
Right. People would be like, who's
People would be
Automatic
like,
Love Letter?
yeah, exactly. My name is bigger than the band's name now.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, here's the thing. Automatic Love Letter, that was that was me. Like John is Secondhand Serenade, like Chris Carrabba is Dashboard Confessionals.
Yeah.
I wrote all the songs. It was always revolving different members, and I write the way that I write.
Exactly.
So this, the new record is, who's to say it's not going to have some affiliation and sound influences still from Automatic Love
Yeah.
Letter. I think that the Automatic Love Letter fans will be very satisfied and pleased with
Good to
it.
hear. I know Wild Child is quite different from,
It
Truth or
is.
Dare or anything like
Yeah.
that. Why did you decide to switch up your style a bit?
You know, I think that the song, it is very pop, but my voice is still my voice.
I know, exactly.
Even singing a pop song with the way that I sing, it still sounds rock. Mm-hmm. It still sounds classic rock. This just has more of a little of a pop radio friendly element to it.
It's also all about context. I mean, for an artist that's doing something like The Voice, which is a very sort of, you're singing covers every week and you're doing that kind of stuff.
Totally.
I feel like, for me, when I listen to a song like Wild Child, it seems like an obvious sort of step after something like, the cover of Roxanne or those things. So I know some people that maybe previously knew her work were a little maybe taken aback at first by what it was, but I think seeing the live performance, and then you'll see the music video soon, and if you listen to the lyrical content and everything, to me it's very consistent with what she's put out there and what she's shown Juliet Sims to be.
Yeah, I mean, even like look at artists like Rihanna, the type of songs she can do, and the type of song, like the slower type of stuff she does. It's like not even the same genre sometimes at all, and it's just, I feel like it's all about writing good songs.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned the music video. When are we going to be expecting that?
You'll be seeing it very soon. I got the final edit last week.
I've seen it.
So how good is it?
Well, there's little Easter eggs of me in there, so that's always great.
That's gonna be that'll be fun for fans.
I'm not in the video, but there's some representations of me.
I'm gonna assume there's a Batman logo somewhere. If anybody knows you,
the whole thing is a Batman themed video, which is very strange. They had to get a lot of licensing from it.
Yeah, I'd assume.
Yeah.
And now, speaking of Wild Child, what was the inspiration for that song, the lyrics and everything?
Like I said on stage actually earlier, the inspiration for that song was reading letters and fan mail from fans on Facebook or Twitter or whatever it was, Tumblr, whatever it is that I'm reading. I've just noticed this, like, especially in the last couple of years, just, people being berated and bullied and told, like, put down and squashed because of they're different, or they wear something that isn't normal, or they're weird, or they're freaky, or dorky, or nerdy, or a loser, or whatever. Those are the people that make this place, though, this world a different, like, original, and they're the ones that stand out. And I had that my entire life, and Andy knows that too, because he had that a lot.
You guys have a
growing
similar
up.
message for
And
your fans, so.
and like our message, like my message in that song is to encourage those people to basically not give a fuck about what people are saying to them, and just be your wild child and just wear it proudly.
Mm-hmm. Now, both of you have been in bands for a very long time. I know you wrote Story of My Life, which I guess if anybody wants to know more, that song pretty much explains it.
Sums it up.
But for anybody who wants to be successful in the music business, what advice do you have for them?
Be the most hard-headed person in the world. I've said it to so many bands, and I've said it in so many interviews. The one thing, the greatest gift that you can get is not to be the most musically talented person or the most wonderfully, like, gifted person in the world. It's if you are the most hard-headed and hardworking person in the world, and you understand that no one is going to like what you do as much as you, but you have to love it more than anything, that can get you through. And I'm not saying that means you're always going to be successful, but the ability to always push forward when people are telling you that what you're doing isn't right, that's the most important thing towards any kind of success, because being in this industry is not it's not a cakewalk. It's not something where you get rewarded immediately, or even sometimes after years and years. But at the end of the day, as long as what you're doing is exactly what you love, then you can always justify continuing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like he said, I mean, I've been doing this since I can't even, my whole life.
Yeah.
Really, really, I mean, and he has too, and just really, really going for it, not giving up, even though it can be the hardest thing in the world at times. It's like, okay, all right, it's a shit day today, all right. Go to sleep, wake up, it's a new day.
Exactly. And that's such good advice, because it not only relates to being a musician, but really anything you want to do. So that was great advice. And now Wild Child was the most recent single since you were on The Voice. Are there plans to release more new music?
Definitely. Yes. Oh, for sure. I mean, right now we're focusing on the single. We're trying to push it to radio right now. The music video's coming out. So we're focusing on the promotion of that. And in the meantime, in the interim, I'm doing a lot of writing and recording to put together the album.
Yes, very exciting.
And I love the new songs, by the way. They're awesome. Some of my favorite songs.
Yeah, it's because they're all about you.
Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt. I'm notably not one to hate myself. I guess that's the way I'll put it. People have noted that I have a fondness for myself. And so songs about me, songs about me
I have
are
a
great.
fondness for him too.
Well, I see that, and it's great. And now you have these Never Take It Off bracelets for sale at all the shows, which, I
On forever. I've had that red one on for like 2 years.
But that's awesome. So what inspired the idea to start those bracelets?
The inspiration for the idea came from the first song that was on my record, The Kids Will Take Their Monsters On. Mm-hmm. The song's called Never Take It Off. And at first, I just wanted to think of like a cool concept to spread like hope and letting kids know that they can make their dreams come true. And so I thought about it and I was like, oh, well, we could do some sort of like friendship bracelet but it's like something for yourself and you can choose a vow or a promise to yourself and tie a bracelet on and never take it off and just keep that promise and vow to yourself. Just spread all of, good things. Anyways, and then it developed into now it's like an actual jewelry line and it's doing really well.
Yeah. And now what were your goals and dreams and desires that are associated with your bracelets that you're wearing?
Oh
Anything
God,
you'd like to share?
I have so many on and they break so often because I mean it's difficult for me. I'm sweating profusely like 8 months out of the year on stage.
That's
so
true.
I can't tell you. That's sort of the point. They're for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you have these.
I will tell you that I have one black one on that was put on I think the second round of The Voice.
Okay.
That I still have on that was about her having success on the show and everything.
And
it was to get to top 4, remember? Yeah.
So now that's proof. The Never Take It Off bracelets work.
Yeah.
They definitely do.
So get one.
Yes. And now that you have these Never Take It Off bracelets, have you or Black Veil Brides thought about doing a merch item like that or anything?
I mean, I think for us, obviously, there's always been the War Pain Association, and kids kind of have the devotion through the BVB Army. As much as I love the idea, and there's even a Fallen Angel bracelet, not certified by Black Veil Brides, by the way, not a real Black Veil Brides bracelet.
Hey, talk to my mom.
I'm just kidding. No, but there is. I mean, look, the company and the association with Natalie, her mom, and just everybody it's absolutely wonderful, and we support it fully. And I'm hoping that we can do a real Black Veil Brides bracelet with Never Take It Off. Absolutely.
That would be super cool, and I'm sure everybody would buy one of those. Everybody in the world. Everyone.
Every single buddy in the world.
Yes.
Even ones that can't afford food and water.
Right. And now you're doing something really cool, Closets for Causes, right now. Can you tell us a little more about what you're doing with them and the cause?
Well, it's basically we had people come into our closets and clean them out.
I didn't even know that it was happening, by the way. If I'm to be honest, I didn't know. All right, so let me explain. On my end, I'm on tour in Denver or something, and I'm on the phone, and she's like, all right, because I knew it was happening. We wanted to do this thing for charity and everything, but I did not have the ability to put the clothes in myself, so I had to literally pick them by hand and then do it that way.
Yeah. So he had to do it pre them coming in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, we took it a step further and did a photo shoot wearing a lot of the clothing, and we got to each pick charities that we wanted to donate the proceeds to.
Yes. And can you tell us more about those charities?
Yeah, Andy picked.
I'm doing Running Wild in the Night, which is Nikki Sixx's charity, and Nikki's a good friend of ours, and it's for underprivileged kids learning, teaching them music programs and stuff, and that's awesome.
Oh, that's really great.
And I picked Big Cat Rescue, which is a charity dedicated towards saving big cats, basically, and rescuing them, and I think I'm
she's
very cat friendly.
She's had a lot of association with animals recently and a lot of conservation stuff. She's also worked with pandas.
The Chengdu ambassador. Yeah, I actually went to Singapore and did a whole benefit concert.
Yeah. And this is ending pretty soon. By the time this interview goes up, it'll be a few hours. So are you planning on doing any other charity things or anything like that?
Well, of course, I think we'll always, me and Andy really like helping in general, so I'm sure something will pop up.
Yeah,
I think the thing that appealed the most to us about this Closets for Causes thing is that, it really is something that you can choose your charity and the money is going to the right place, and the people that are involved in it are so nice and really kind, and they really believe in the project. And so it was just kind of the perfect fit for us.
Yeah, I was actually really impressed with the professionalism that went behind the photo shoot. I mean, it was a crew of at least 20 people, just the kindest, nicest people. It was actually as cold and kind of long as the day was. It was really pleasant.
I mean, it looked like a beautiful summer day based on those pictures. They turned out amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. And now
We were freezing though.
yeah, nobody knew that when they looked at the pictures. It literally looked like the middle of the summer.
We ruined the illusion. Sorry.
Now you know. But, before you were on The Voice, you were going for a very long time. How do you think that whole experience changed your perspective of your career in the music industry, the whole thing?
Well, I mean, I went from, this sort of more indie world to people knowing who I am in Starbucks.
Yeah. That was
Into a major, it opened a lot of doors. It got me a new deal when I hadn't.
CeeLo, right?
Well, I'm with Universal Republic, and CeeLo is co-managing me with Primary Wave Music. So yeah, it's just opened up a lot of doors and kept me very, very busy.
Yeah.
And has given me, this, because at the end of 2011 Warped Tour, I didn't really know what was happening with my career. And then this just landed in my lap, and
couldn't have worked out more perfectly then.
Exactly.
Perfect timing. And what was it like for you, being her boyfriend, being in the audience, seeing her on The Voice?
Awesome. I loved it. I loved every day of it. I had obviously, my heart in my throat every single day.
Right.
But,
Imagine her. Right?
No, I was always so confident in what she was doing, and it was really exciting for me to get to do it. I don't, because of my touring schedule, it's rare that I get a chance to be around for a long period of time to see her perform, and so, getting to see that was like getting to go. She hadn't toured for a while, so it was like being on tour with her, and then getting to be here with her. It's really fun for me.
And what was the vibe like in the studio, being there? What was it like for you guys, that whole thing? Was it exciting being the filming?
Okay, yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, it's crazy.
for me it was just fucking nerve-wracking. Okay?
Right. What were you doing backstage before those performances? What was happening? Just pacing?
Just freaking out.
Well, it didn't show. You seemed very calm on stage.
Well, when I get on stage, I feel more at home.
Yeah,
so.
I guess it's a totally different vibe
I
then.
knew about the freak out. I was aware.
All right.
Texting.
Okay.
And what are your plans for after this tour and plans for Black Veil Brides? What's coming up for both of you?
I'm doing a lot of writing and recording. I've got a few fly-out dates and shows and some radio stuff, but mostly going to be in the studio and putting a band together and all of that.
Yes. And what about you?
I leave in about 5 days for a month and a half European tour, and then after that we come back and we're off for most of May. We're just going to do some fly dates for radio, and then Warped Tour starts in June. So.
Yes. And now this has been such a highly requested question here. Is there a tour of Black Veil Brides and Juliet Sims? Is that ever going to happen?
Well, she might be doing some dates this summer on Warped Tour. Maybe we'll have a chance to have her up on stage.
I know in 2011 you did acoustic. Is it going to be acoustic?
No, it would be a stage. I think I'm doing about a week. And yeah, if Andy will have me, I would definitely join him on stage.
And you'll have her,
I don't know
right?
if you guys have seen video or anything, but she joined us at the House of Blues in Hollywood and did In the End with us on stage.
So hopefully we'll see some more of that on Warped Tour. I'm sure everyone would love that. And anyone who wants to follow you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, where can they go?
My Instagram is the Juliet Sims, and my Twitter is Juliet Sims ALL, and my Facebook is facebook.com/Juliet Sims.
And you?
I don't have a Facebook. I still don't have a Facebook. I just want to make everyone clear. I've said this so many times. I don't. If you're talking to someone that's me on Facebook, it's not me.
Well, your band has one.
Wouldn't
My
that be
band
so
does
creepy
have one,
thinking
Black
that
Veil Brides. You can just Google Black Veil Brides. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just do that. My Twitter is AndyBBB. So is my Instagram.
Yes.
And then just Google Black Veil Brides. And then Google other stuff. Joe Pesci, refrigerators, chalk things, the chalk things you do on ground.
Yes, the possibilities on Google are endless. That's for sure. Yes, anything you could think of, it's probably on Google. And everybody go check out Wild Child, her new single on iTunes now. Wretched and Divine is on iTunes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was great talking to you. Yes, lots of
Rock in town, rock forever.
rock forever.
RockForeverMagazine.com.
By the end of this interview, they know the name, so that's a good start. Well, thank you guys so much. Everybody watching, please subscribe to our channel for more exclusive interviews, and I will see you next time. Bye.